that he was an Instagram superstar. The other day, I don't even know how you brought that up, but you just kind of popped it up out of nowhere. It was like, he was just like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, whoa, $29K for a Kitchener boy, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then immediately I was like, I got to get these guys on the podcast. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, someone's doing something other than sweeping floors and putting paint together. I'm like, I got to talk to these guys. I actually have I got an ad on, I was telling him I got an ad on Kijiji, just trying to get people to come on the show. Like, anybody.
Yeah, you did tell me about that.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, even, I've been interviewing, because I don't know if you guys watch a lot of podcasts, but I like Theo Vaughn is a favorite of mine. And he'll have like, man, there's a fucking crazy echo right now. I think because I'm hearing this too. I think, yeah, that's better. Yeah, pull it a little closer thinking. And he'll have like, he had a plumber on, ex-police officer, and I'm like, yeah, garbage man, blind lady, like just random people, you know what I mean? Like they can make for good content. So I was like, I could do the same thing, just have completely random people on.
For sure. Yeah, no, I haven't even watched any of Theo Vaughn's podcasts or anything like that.
No, he's hilarious. He's very good with like going off of people.
He's good.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? He's actually really not that great with words. He's pretty terrible at speaking.
Oh,
but his personality is just like good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
he's funny.
He fumbles through it a lot of the time, but it doesn't matter because he's a comedian.
Yeah. He definitely keeps you occupied.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to intro us in here. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Davey&Dann, and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode number 31. I got a couple special guests here, some local celebrities, if you will. My boys from Raised by Comedy. We got Devin, and we got Roan. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. A couple up-and-coming, aspiring comedians / like Instagram personalities, right? Is that how you would describe it?
Yeah.
So, I actually pseudo work with this guy, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's how we came in connection. He's just an idiot that works at the same building I work at, and he happened to show off some of his material, and I was like, man, that's pretty fucking cool. You guys are doing some cool shit. So I said, hey, why don't you guys come on the show and we'll talk about it. First, I'm going to start off by plugging our sponsor. Everybody could go check out www.brokenglasssupply.ca for all of your smoking needs, and free shipping over $50. Go check them out. Alrighty, guys. So you guys have had some success on Instagram as far as your comedy goes. How did you two come together as a group, as a comedy duo?
So, we worked for this moving company.
Okay.
I was working out of Cambridge. He was working out of Niagara Falls.
Yep.
And then we kind of went to an office in Mississauga, and that's how we met there. We met there, but the first time we hung out, I was in Montreal. We had to do this work trip in Montreal.
Jesus Christ.
We shared.
That's another story, though.
Yeah, but anyway, so we were working there, and then realized that I was trying to do this thing for a while, since like 2011, but I was doing it solo.
Yeah.
I didn't really have anyone to do it.
Okay.
Because people like they like flopping, or like, they don't take it serious, and it's hard to keep it. But then I met him, and he had the same interests in mine, so I was like, okay, we could get this going. And then I thought of the name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, and it just kicked off from there, and then we just started doing stupid shit and little skits, and
you guys look like you've been doing it a long time.
It's been like probably 4 years, 3 years now, 3 or 4 years since we've started the page. It started off with like memes and like bullshit stolen videos, and you know what I mean, like stuff that wasn't original or ours even. And then we started just like doing our own thing, doing our own videos through ideas we had stolen off the internet, which is still kind of what we do now, but
right.
And then just slowly over time increased our quality, and
here we are.
Yeah, here we are pretty much, yeah.
So, was it always the intention to do comedy videos? Like you guys are both kind of into making people laugh?
Yeah.
I would say so,
yeah. This guy's pretty funny. He's got me a couple times at work. He hit me with a one-liner. Yeah, you guys do. So he kind of mentioned to me the other day that he's trying to also get into stand-up as well. Is that the case with you?
No, I'm not really trying to get into stand-up, but we are trying to add a new aspect of videos to our new demographic of videos, sort of. Mm-hmm. So instead of like kind of short memes in the form of a video, we want to do sort of vlogs as well.
Oh, okay.
With those other videos, but do like sort of vlogs to introduce a little more personality.
So would the vlogs be like a YouTube thing then? You guys would be posting, or that would still continue to be on Instagram?
Well, we still do posts on YouTube just as much as we post on Instagram, if not more even.
Okay, is your YouTube raised by comedy as well?
It's all raised by comedy.
Okay, check them out on YouTube. I didn't know that. I would
Facebook, TikTok, everything. It's all the same, but
yeah, I think you could probably you guys have the already kind of this good basis where you could just go out vlogging. I don't know, what would be the basis of the vlogs? Just fucking with people or interviewing people or just your daily...
That's what's good about vlogs, I think, is because it's very versatile on what you can do with it.
Right.
You could do like, going to Toronto to hang out with these people vlog. Bam, it's just like your day going into Toronto and hanging out with whoever. You could do a vlog where I'm gonna go to the streets down by the strip in Guelph and interview people in line going to the bars, like whatever, right? Like,
for sure.
There's so many different things that you could do as far as a vlog. So I think that's and it just shows more of our personality, whereas the short video meme, if you will, doesn't really introduce that much personality. So you don't get quite as many people that follow out of that type of video.
But even with that being said, you've managed to actually build a pretty decent following just with that alone. Like, you guys have almost 30,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And like for an area like this, I don't think people understand. Like, we don't live in Los Angeles or even Toronto. Like, we're outside of the town. We live in a fairly sized place, but it's not a place where a whole bunch of content is being come out. Like, there's no entertainers coming out of this area.
Yeah.
To have 30,000 based on like being funny is pretty good. It's hard to do.
It is.
Right?
And we were lucky with the one because we had one video that skyrocketed.
Yeah, how did that come about? You had 15 million plays, right?
Yeah.
On Reels, which isn't easy to do.
No, it's not. Especially like Instagram is not. And I don't even understand how it did. I guess there was a trend going on with throwing shit in people's face.
Okay. Yeah, there was that ice cream one, you know?
I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't know it was a trend.
So there was this ice cream one going on, and then we changed it to the burger. Instead of ice cream, which I think I also seen one where there was a burger as well with pickles or something like that. Okay. So I was like, okay, let's just buy a burger and then just squirt way too much fucking mayonnaise on it because that's what they usually do anyway. But we'll put like 10 times the amount, like way over dramatic, like make it way over dramatic. And then next thing you know, it got 15 million views, which is just absurd.
The comments were hilarious. Like, what's it at? Like 8? What's the comments at? Oh, the like.
I don't know, but
it's thousands, yeah.
It's funny, after you showed me that video, I was just in my head thinking like, man, I swear I've seen that video.
Really?
Like, I don't know if maybe because I've seen your face so much at work that I'm false memory type of thing, but I just remember that video just seemed very familiar to me. So I feel like maybe I had seen it prior to you
might have seen it and just scrolling wherever. But it only took off on that. It didn't take off on any of the other platforms. I think somebody had stolen it and it took off on TikTok.
Oh, damn. I know. It's like, that's cool because people are still seeing it and they're seeing you guys.
Yeah.
But it's like someone else is getting the credit for it.
Someone else is getting the credit
for it, which is shitty. Yeah. But that's the kind of thing that happens. Like, people repost.
I saw even on Instagram someone had reposted it for like a couple million views, and I found their account and I was like, "What the fuck? Thanks for the credit." And then they put it in there after they got the couple million views. I don't care. Like, at least just like throw my tag or something. Like.
Because that's still 2 million people that you may not have reached.
It's free to do, and you still get the views for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them won't come and check out my account anyway. They'll still follow you for it. So
for sure.
It's just saving your back for me.
Yeah,
like to not look like a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, I don't have any videos that are even near that, so that's pretty cool of you guys.
Yeah, but even though it was 15 million people, we only still got less than 6,000 followers out of that. So
it's
they're tough.
It's tough to do.
Tough crowd, eh? Jesus.
I try to put out maybe a show every week, at most 2 weeks, but I'll put out 3 clips per show, and like sometimes I'll admit, like a lot of the time it's not that great of content. but you have to keep putting out content regardless anyways.
You have to maintain consistency.
You have to. So like I'll put out like the last 2 clips I posted, pretty shitty clips. And they're just me going off on my own. But you have to do that anyways. Like you can't not post something. That's worse than posting something crappy, I think. And I could be wrong about that, but I'm just trying to keep constant movement, and like even some of what I thought were some of my better clips had almost gained no traction, especially on Instagram.
Yeah,
Instagram
I've had that too.
Dead space.
I think we've made stuff that I'm like, this is perfect.
It's the one.
Hilarious. Not just like this the one, but it's just like it was so funny.
But I feel like,
and then it just doesn't take off, and you're like, because the problem is with the internet, with doing this, you have to figure out how the internet works, and I think that's the hardest part, and understand algorithms, and once you figure that out, then you can sort of manipulate it to your advantage. But the hardest part is figuring out how that works, unless someone like totally teaches you. We kind of learn by trial and error and realize this works, that works, this doesn't. So
So you guys, what's your formula? Like obviously you've had some success, so something is kind of working. You guys get together and you say, hey, one of you will have an idea, and then you'll film, or like you guys come together and make an idea?
I'd say honestly, like how you said about the trial and error, I'd say it's still an ongoing thing with that, like still going with the trial and error. That's why I talk about the whole kind of diving into the vlogging space as well. But it's still but the formula we currently use that clearly has worked a few times. It works like 1 out of 10 times it'll hit. So it's better than none out of 10 in my opinion. So our formula is basically find a video that has taken off, that is slightly recreatable, and then do a twist to make it our own type of thing.
Yeah, that's cool. That is very smart actually. That's really smart because it's worked once. Why couldn't it work twice?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Especially the internet. People don't really understand how fucking big the internet is. You know what I mean? Like you can come. That someone may only ever see your take on it. They'll never see the. You know what I mean? Like, so the internet's huge, and there's so much space for everybody. It's just a matter of gaining the traction.
It's a matter of marketing yourself properly,
and that's all it is too.
To really get that traction out there.
It could be something terrible. Because so there's so many products and like shows that sell, and it's fucking god awful.
Absolutely.
But it was marketed well, and it took off.
Yeah, what was the movie that you said the other day? Sharknado.
Terrible movie, but was popular as fuck for being stupid. So like, it's how you market it, it's how you post it, and that is, you figure that out, you can do anything.
Yeah, and it's good that you guys have already built something, and now you can. It's only either you stay there or you go higher. You know what I mean? But you have gotten some traction, which is probably feels pretty hopeful, right? Like when you hit that 15 million, you probably felt pretty good. Like something works. You know what I mean?
Something's going,
Because like I'm telling you, like name all the people you went to high school with and their friends. Like how many people are making content, and then how many people stick to making content, and then
that's it.
That's an even smaller percentage of people can hit. Like I don't know anybody personally. That is, you guys are the biggest celebrities I've known, like online. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do.
No, and it still isn't. You'd think that like before we ever hit the 50 million, we were like, we just need one that gets a couple million, and then that's what's gonna get the ball rolling. But even still, after getting 15 million views plus on one video, the ball still isn't. It's rolling a little, but like it still needs to be rolling faster and harder, because like there's still like days where we don't get any followers or whatever like that, and it's like weird how we get 15 million and then the last 6 videos don't get too much traction, and Instagram, it's really got a random algorithm. I can't pin down what their algorithm likes.
And then the TikTok's algorithm is completely different too. Like it's hard. You really have to like. It's hard to think. TikTok annoys me honestly because we get flagged for a lot of our shit over stupid stuff.
Right.
And it's like, I feel like a lot of these things also have such bullshit terms of service that it restricts the creative ability with certain content making. And it's just, it annoys me because what I wanted to do, I forget. Oh, like I had fake blood in my mouth.
Okay.
And they took it down.
Really?
They said that you can't have this.
And then you'll see someone fighting on TikTok, and it's
or you see like a fucking 12-year-old twerking. It's like it's ridiculous, dude. It's like what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, but despite our success or sort of success on Instagram, I picture more happening on YouTube quicker than Instagram,
right?
Like even right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, and I've been seeing a lot of videos. Oh, YouTube Shorts is a great opportunity, something like that, for young creators or whatever. I keep seeing this ad, and I don't think like, why would they post it if they're lying? So
no, for sure.
And like, it seems like the YouTube Shorts are getting a lot of views.
I think so too.
So like, if are you on YouTube there and YouTube Shorts as well?
I'm not on Shorts, but I think I make all these clips. Why couldn't I?
Shorts
definitely start going on Shorts.
It's funny you say that. You know who Jack Doherty is?
Yeah.
He's like the punk kid that does TikTok and shit, right? And streaming. He blew up. Like, he's always kind of had this following, but he really blew up, and he said like, yeah, short form is what made him.
Yeah.
So the YouTube Shorts is really
Vine.
I strongly suggest making short videos and posting them on YouTube Shorts specifically, because every video that we've posted on there gets over a couple hundred at the very least, but most of them it's like 2 out of 10 that don't get more than a couple thousand
but
views.
Also when you post if you go from like TikTok to Instagram to YouTube, Instagram is easy to send to your friends. It's completely different. Like the audience for YouTube is like with the shorts and the other long form, it's just a different type of person. So there's not a lot of sharing shorts between, because you can't
it's all pushed by YouTube's algorithm.
It's all pushed by YouTube's algorithm. Which is cool, because that just shows a lot more other people are doing it. But so don't think that your video is going off by people sharing it. It's not. No. It's YouTube's built-in algorithm.
Yeah.
I find that even just like external shares, as in like Instagram and TikTok, that shit really, I think, more fucks me than anything. Yeah. Because I got people clicking it for 1 second, you get no retention time, and then it doesn't even get picked up.
Yeah, if anything, it ruins it in the algorithm. So or like somebody will share it to their story, and then nobody from their story watches it for more than a second, clicks on your account or anything like that. So if anything, it ruins your video in the algorithm.
I think so.
But going back to the YouTube Shorts, any video that we get that gets like a couple thousand, we tend to get a few subscribers from just the one video. So that's another reason why I suggest doing it, because it's slow progress, but you can make more shorts out of the amount of content you create in one podcast. Okay. So you can fire out one short a day and then get a couple thousand views a day, a couple followers every day.
I think my concern was always like, and this is dumb, but I just hated like flooding my channel. Like, no, it gets mixed in with your normal content. So I was like, people go on my channel, I like to see, I'm just like this guy that's like super cut and dry, ABC 1, 2, 3 channel. Yeah. So I see episode 1, 2, 3, but I never wanted to put in between. I never wanted to have shorts in between, which is dumb. Like that line thing.
I think you should, yeah.
I should too.
Except it's a different tab.
Yeah. But forever it wasn't. And that was a problem with YouTube Shorts. It was always like, if you went on this has obviously changed recently, but if you went on somebody's page, the shorts were in between the actual videos.
It still is like that, but it displays it in a different way. Okay. And on top of that, for the ones that are full length, you should already put a different cover photo on those, going episode whatever. Yes. And then the shorts don't have any of that. Okay. It's just the shorts.
So like, they can still see the clear division then.
Yeah. So they'll still be able to notice, okay, well this one's 10 minutes or 25 minutes.
The regular videos has the thumbnail, the shorts.
Right. Doesn't it? It's like And I have so many clips now. Like, I have so many clips.
Fire those out.
Easily put them on
YouTube. That's absolutely wasted subscribers right there.
I'm gonna have to do it, and because YouTube is very tough. And I have another YouTube channel.
But YouTube Shorts isn't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because like any video that I go over a minute on gets like 50 views.
What's the cap on time for YouTube Shorts?
1 minute.
Oh, fuck. See, a lot of my clips are 3 minutes, because that's what TikTok's old limit used to be. 3 minutes on TikTok. Yeah. So I was making 3-minute TikToks, but I can easily going forward. I can easily make 1 minute clips.
Yeah.
Just break it up.
Or break them, or break those old ones down if possible. You know what I mean? If possible, you can break a couple of them down. Maybe some of them needed the 3 minutes.
And you can add the shorts to a playlist too.
Yes, that's a good thing too, for sure. Huh.
So you can put them all together.
And then another thing you're gonna want to do is throw like kind of like a clickbait title on. Like You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, I'm all about the clickbait. I'll clickbait the fuck out of you if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. It's like, so I have another YouTube channel. It's called, it's just my Davey on Everything channel, which was, I started in 2019.
Yeah.
Which is actually started off as just random shit like most people do on YouTube. Story times, and there's a vlog or two. Just a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then I got into, I started a business, which is broken cannabis products. So then my whole surround of my YouTube channel was cannabis based, which was super slow moving because they don't push it and it's all age restricted.
Yeah.
But I would do strain reviews, which now it's funny enough. I wish I almost put my podcast. I wish I would have put my podcast on that channel, because now I got like consistent viewership on there. Like at least each strain review has 500, 600, 1,000, 1,200 plays. So now that I'm not doing it, I'm seeing progress on it. So it's almost like, what do you think I should do with that channel? Like, should I start vlogging on that channel and abandon the cannabis?
You could.
Or keep going with the cannabis, because that's what seems to be working now.
Yeah, but the cannabis it's not for kids.
No, it's
hard to push. And it's not even what you're into anymore. You don't have a passion for that anymore. Right. So I think what you should do is change the name, change the whole profile, but you keep the followers, and you think of something else. So this one is Everything Is Broken podcast.
Yeah.
Why is everything broken with you?
That's funny. It's like, so my name, this is purely coincidence. My name on here is Davey on Everything. Mm-hmm. So there's everything, and then my company was actually Broken Cannabis Products and Broken Glass Supply, my websites. Mm-hmm. But I went into a random podcast name generator, and then this was the first option that came up. Everything's broken, and then just coincidentally, Broken Glass Supply, Davey on Everything. I just kind of said, all right, it's got to be fate. It's got to be fate. So I ran with it, but the podcast channel is tough to push. Mm-hmm. It's nobody So I've been trying. I got hour 25 episodes, or I got 25-minute, 30-minute episodes. Mm-hmm. They all seem to get the relative same amount of retention time, which has been significantly better as time goes.
Yeah.
But the viewership hasn't really changed at all.
Gotcha.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's
demotivating because you put so much effort and so much time, and you know what I mean. But I think you just got to keep going.
I won't stop.
Exactly.
It's literally that.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to you guys. So the vlogs, I think, are a good idea in the sense, like you said, people are you've gotten plays on your videos, but no one really knows you too. Yeah. And I think actually what you were saying, add some personality to your comedy and let people understand who Devin and Rona are.
Yeah, exactly. And through doing that, I feel like we'll get a better following engagement. And
absolutely.
Like more people will feel more inclined to follow us from the videos that we put out.
For sure. So if you watch someone like, there's like these vlog prankster channels like Loaf and random guys, like people, they do funny pranks or whatever. They do funny shit, but people like them because they are just like, they show so much of themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it works super well. And I think you guys already have that, right? I think if you guys did vlogs, it would go over super well. But you just gotta find like
the niche.
You gotta find something like, you go out in public for a day. These guys will go out into public for a whole day or whatever, but they'll have some slight mission to it. Yeah. And usually it's like going to the Target or Walmart.
And that will be like a 2-minute clip, and then everything else
just
how they got
there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like the journey to getting to where they're facing the cops. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? You guys could do that so easily. Mm-hmm. And I think you could, like, you already got that kind of vibe to your Instagram page. You just got to go out and do it, right? Yeah. But you both have to be on camera.
Oh, so for sure.
You almost need someone to film for you. Yeah. And let me know if you need somebody, because I already got the camera and I got a wireless mic. But that's how you should do it for sure. Like, I think that's a fucking fantastic idea. Yeah. I think your vlogs would do well. It's just like getting comfortable with being in public. How are you in public filming?
I'm not that bad.
Like, if you're
I wouldn't
I've held the camera with someone else doing it. People look at me. I just pretend I'm not looking at them. Yeah. I know they're looking at me. It's hard. Honestly, it's harder to film in public. For sure. With just people fucking walking in front of your shot. Yeah. And
it's definitely not as easy as it looks.
Or like they'll just walk and stand, and then you're like, God damn, and then you gotta like adjust, and whatever the person's doing that you're trying to film, like if they do something and some person's in the way of it, then it really screws up things. And
for sure, I think a lot of people would struggle more with just having the confidence of being at the mall with a camera on them and like, hey, it's me, Devin. What's up, you fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I think a lot of people, I think that's maybe, I've done some vlogs in public and I've done some IRL live streaming.
Yeah.
And it's gone okay, but sometimes I'll find myself kind of hiding my shit a bit. And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. Just keep
it on the pedestal. You know? They only look at you and think, oh, look at that tool filming for stupid YouTube for 2 seconds, and then they forget about you 5 minutes later.
Like, who are they? You'll never see them again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it helps take like 2 shots and then, you know.
Yeah, have a couple drinks and go.
Yeah,
I know.
And then you just don't care.
I know. I've been trying to. You guys do much live streaming at all? Like
no, never live streaming.
It's fucking hard to do, man. People just. I was out for like hours one day, and I got one guy. The whole time.
One guy.
And then a spam viewer, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, this is fucking tough. And I went to like some abandoned pool and I'm over by the crackheads. There's lots of crackheads in this area. Like, I'm trying to like see some fucked up shit and nobody's watching, you know?
The effort's there,
yeah. Yeah.
We could definitely use you in future videos.
Yeah, we should definitely collab because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of people are making content.
Yeah, you know what? Like, there's not that many new content creators. There's a lot of old ones. Like, you got Nelk and all them. They still make videos, but they're old. They're old news. You need the next new one coming out. You got a few of them. You got a few. Absolutely. There's a couple people that are popping off. Yeah. But it's nothing too crazy, and I don't know. Like, nothing's impossible either. You know, actually, you never know.
There was the biggest person I think to come out of Cambridge is that 347 Aiden kid.
347 Aiden. Why do I know that name?
Because he's popping right
music. Now. And honestly,
guy's from Cambridge.
That guy's from Cambridge.
He has a fairly popular song, no?
Yeah. I forget what it
is. Boom, next podcast.
I don't message him right now.
Where's he at? Does he live in Cambridge?
Probably not.
He won't come on my show.
He's like,
hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Hold on, let me grab my phone real quick. I gotta see this. I know that dude from TikTok.
Yeah, that's his one song blew up on TikTok.
Like, is that like kind of a popular anthem?
It's the dancing in my room.
I gotta see this. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, audience. 347.
Aiden,
yeah. That's 47 Aiden. If I know the song. Oh man, yeah. So that's great. This kid's from Cambridge.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hit him up for a podcast.
We're gonna have to hit him up. He gets a lot of views. TikTok's is more of his thing, right? Look, his songs have 7 million, 2 million plays on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is insane to get on YouTube.
I don't really like his songs, but he's doing
well. Don't say that. We'll never get him on the show. There's a dude from Kitchener too that's popping on YouTube. It's I can't think of his name, but he built he makes like a acetylene lightsabers. You know, acetylene, like a torch.
Yeah.
He's an engineer and he's got like 15 million subscribers. And he makes all this crazy shit, like engineers up.
Oh no way.
Flamethrowers and lightsabers and shit. And he used to have a little setup down at the the museum in down King Street, downtown Kitchener? It's got the big M, and it's called the museum.
Oh, yeah.
He had his own little setup down there.
Children's Museum or something?
Yeah, it was Fort Wayne, the Children's Museum, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, I don't know anybody that's
do you like message a lot of people to try to get them on?
I'll put out feelers. Like, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that would be willing to come up and tell their story. I don't have anyone of interest, I want to say.
Yeah.
I put out some feelers like, hey, anybody want to be on my podcast? Anybody? And I had some people I know.
You should try messaging people like that.
Like, I know.
Like I said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If they don't respond, fuck it. Like, who cares?
Why don't you like message like the mayor?
I know. And
you
know what's crazy?
Or like a firefighter, like a captain.
That's what I've been that's where I've been in my head the last 2 weeks.
You know? Yeah.
Because like I said, after I interviewed
shoot for the moon.
And you know what's funny? So I know I go to these city council meetings like quite often, and I met a guy, and I won't say his name, but his wife is on regional council.
Okay. And
his wife's Pam Wolf, I'm pretty sure her name is, and she's like a big player in Cambridge. But I don't know if they would come on my show. But like you said, I know the guy. Yeah. Now he lives on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
And I talked to him one day for like 2 hours out there, just chatting away about Cambridge. So I was thinking, like if I could get someone like that on, just like small figures in the public.
Yeah.
That would be good too.
But like, who else locally is like anyone of interest? Is my thing. Like, who else would I even message to get on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
But like you said, police officers. I was thinking about getting a crackhead or a prostitute.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
That'd be fucking.
I just don't want them. I don't trust them in my house.
Then they come back, after the podcast is over.
Hey, Dave,
they're looking for payment now. They're like, "Well, I did give you 2 hours on the podcast the other day. I want $50."
I'd throw them $30 and a couple beers to come on, you know.
Yeah.
But or like some OnlyFans girl or something. You know what I mean? I want someone with like some weird some kind of different lifestyle
story.
Yeah.
That's why it was cool to have you guys on, because like I said, nobody's doing this shit in Cambridge or Kitchener really, right? That I know of anyways. Or you see people from your high school that try to start it, and then they do a couple episodes, and then 6 months later they'll do one. It's like you're not really doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to do it.
I think we have like 1 or 2 people. We'll give you their contacts after the show. You can try to message them and see if they'd be interested in
I'll have them on.
Coming on.
I'll have them on. Okay, so back to you guys. You mentioned you were trying to get into stand-up. Stand-up's one of my favorite things. Like, I would like, in some like fantastical world, I could do stand-up.
True.
I don't think I have it, but you don't know until you do it, I guess.
The multiverse Dave is a stand-up comedian.
There's another Dave out there that's doing stand-up successfully. I've been to a couple open mics and shit, and then...
have you gone on?
No, dude. So let me tell you about the one open mic I went to.
Some of them must be bad.
I went to one at Shula's Joe's in Guelph.
Yeah.
On a date, actually. And I got tickets. Like, I printed off tickets and everything. I thought this was going to be a huge thing because they, like, make you print tickets and shit. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a crowd.
Yeah.
And these people are going to be okay. I went there, and it was, like, me, my date, another couple behind us, a couple here, and that's it. The whole show. And there was more performers than there was audience.
Wow.
And, you know, it was fun anyways. It was cool to see people, like, trying to do something, though. Like, these guys were getting up there, and their jokes were not good. But they had the delivery, you know what I mean? Like, they knew how to do stand-up. Where are you at in your stand-up journey? Like, you got material? Like, are you looking at doing shows?
The one show that I was going to just go on was Yuck Yucks.
Okay.
But that's in Toronto, which is far.
There's a Yuck Yucks here.
Yeah, but they don't do amateur now.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's actually just down the road.
Yeah.
In Cambridge, there's one.
I went on the west. The only one that does it is the one in Toronto, downtown.
See, that would be cool. That would be cool.
There'd probably be more of an audience.
Absolutely. Then Guelph, Shula's Joe's for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, that's kind of just how you have to start, I guess, right?
Yeah.
There's not going to be... People don't want to see you, unfortunately.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But, so you have some kind of... You have jokes written then?
Yeah, and, like, just shit just comes to me. I'm like... Because what I like to do is I like taking stupid... Like, there's a lot of things that humans do that is just so dumb that there's humor in it. It's like, why do we do this? This makes no sense when we could do this. So I try to target that.
Yep.
And I try to make jokes based around things that, like, the everyday person encounters.
Yep.
Because then more people will relate to that, more people will laugh.
Absolutely.
So I take shit like that, and I've kind of built it into... The problem is like, I've sort of... Well, no, it probably would last. I probably got, like, close to 10 minutes of material.
That's pretty good.
In a routine.
Yep.
So I'd have to shorten it and take some stuff out and figure out what's funnier than other things. But, stuff will just come to me, and I'll be like, that is funny.
Yeah.
Or, like...
you think you get ripped apart on Kill Tony?
Oh, Kill Tony would kill you. They would kill you.
Yeah.
I don't know your routine, but they kill everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's very rare he'll laugh.
Yeah, it's like 2 in 100 that he's like, oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Tony Hinchcliffe is tough. He'll rip you up. Like, you know Hans Kim from Kill Tony? He's like a regular on there. He's an Asian dude.
Oh, yeah.
He actually managed to build a career, but they fucking let him have it.
Yeah.
Every episode. Every episode. So you got a little bit of so you're at the point where you want to try it out.
Yeah.
You want to put it to the test.
And I think it's all about, you know, having a good build up and then the punchline.
Yeah.
But it's also how you say it.
For sure. I think that's most of it.
The energy behind it. I think that is most of it, because there's a lot of people that will just say a joke, but it's not as funny as the person that said it because of, you know, the delayed pauses and then
timing is everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I could just read your joke off a piece of paper and you're not going to get a laugh.
No.
But if you say it with the timing, the pauses, the deflection of your voice, you know, all these different things that make the joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's sort of what I got planned.
That's cool. I hope you get out and do a show, man. Like there's even locally there's places like I said, Shoeless Joe's. You can test it out without a crowd chewing you up. It's just a couple people eating dinner, whatever. I went to a comedy show on another date. It's like my go-to, I guess. I went on at this. It was a brewery in Kitchener off Sterling Avenue, and it's like a co-op. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but it was very much like a woke comedy show.
Okay.
And it was super lame, but they had a cool venue, and they had like an entire production, and they had some comedians. The comedy was always my style. It was very like, I don't know what kind of shit you guys are into, but it was very much like just a lot of gay jokes and a lot of like anti Doug Ford joke. Not that I'm like a supporter of Doug Ford, but they was just hammering on the same jokes, and all the jokes were about them being gay, and I was like, that's fine. Some people are laughing, so some people like this.
Yeah.
But my point was the venue was actually really cool.
Where is it?
You know Mill Street, Sterling and Mill, downtown.
I know Sterling. I don't.
So if you go Sterling, you know Cortland Avenue.
Yeah.
So Cortland, Sterling intersects. There was the old Stampede Corral Plaza.
Yeah.
You keep going up. You hang a left. It's Mill Street.
Okay.
And they have a brewery, and they have a sea can of a stage where they made the sea can into a stage and shit. And it was cool. And the one girl, sorry, I don't think she was a girl. Whatever she was, she performed at Yuck Yucks in Guelph, some Yuck Yucks festival or something. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be pretty fucking funny. She's like done some headlining or whatever. No, terrible.
Absolutely god awful.
In my books, anyways, like I think it can go on both sides. Like if you hammer the same subject over and over and over,
regardless, it's not gonna be good.
It's not gonna be funny. You know what I mean? Like I could do the same thing with like say straight jokes. If all my jokes are about how many girls I fucked, people are gonna be like, all right, this guy's a douchebag. This is terrible. Do you have some insight into the world? There's no insight. You're just like hammering out these. Or if all my jokes about how much I hate my wife. Oh, my wife, what a bitch. You know, this whole bit. You know, she can't even make a sandwich. You know, you're laughing, but it wouldn't transition well into comedy, right? So that was what that show was. But at the other one I went to, it was just a variety of jokes, and they weren't good jokes. But you could see the potential. Like these guys have potential to be pretty fucking funny. They can be comedians, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which it's cool to see someone. I bet you if you go week after week, you kind of see their development.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all there every week, right? So, yeah, I think it just takes practice, right?
It does.
It does.
Just takes
practice consistency.
And like have some like substance to your jokes. You know what I mean? Like I like jokes. Like I like Theo Von. Like I think it's funny. It's just like. He has no filter, and he'll make fun of himself, these people, those people, that guy, these guys. Nobody's safe, which I think is, if you're listening to someone without a bias, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know that it just leaves for so much. It leaves it open for some shock value. But if I know your jokes are gonna be. Okay, here comes another one of those jokes. All right, I know his next joke is going to be about the same thing. I think that's really what...
But also, the big part is, I've seen a couple people online that do it, that are trying to kick it off. And they'll say a joke, right? Whatever it is about him. And then they'll say another joke, and it's like such a change of topic.
Oh, so if you go too far the other way...
Well... like no, it's just like they say something about them being in school, and then they say the other day, I was like in the retirement home with my grandma, and what I am trying to do is I'm trying to like flow each joke in with each other. So I'm not just jumping off like this thing will relate back to this that I said, and it's like a story or like a song
for sure.
And that's what I'm trying to do, because a lot of these big like Netflix specials like that you see, they all do that. They just
absolutely
flow it together.
Yeah. So say like Dave Chappelle, he'll start here. He will tell that he'll move into various stories that are all like semi-connected.
Yeah.
Then he comes back to that at the end. Which is, that's what I like about his comedy. Yeah. Some of the best comedians, that's how they do it.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. But you always know, I think the best comedians, they don't have like they're not partial to any type of like human or biased to anything. Like nobody's safe.
No one's safe. And also like so you guys talking about jokes. I don't like the toilet humor shit. I don't think it's really funny. I think it's like
low hanging fruit.
Or and just like talking about like your dick and stuff. Like I'm just not into that.
Okay.
But my favorite is like stereotypes.
Okay, stereotypes are great.
I think
those are good. Yeah,
hilarious
for sure.
And the problem, what's great about stereotypes is because like a lot of them are true.
Yeah,
and that's why people think it's funny.
Absolutely.
So that's my favorite type, and well, not favorite type, but I really enjoy that and making fun of people. But yeah,
I think with comedy, like I think comedy should be almost just totally unfiltered. Like you shouldn't have to tiptoe around people.
No.
Right?
No, because it's so subjective. There's always going to be someone that hates on you for it.
Exactly.
There's always going to be someone that laughs at it.
You can't worry about offending people. I think you just gotta do what's natural.
Yeah.
Right? If you're gonna worry about offending people, and that's where like a lot of the if you see a lot of these like Instagram comedians like doing stand up and shit, you can tell like they're really trying to like
keep it PG and stuff.
Keep it PG, which just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. It doesn't hit. Or they're like almost like lecturing you. That's what I've seen a couple comedians where it's like they're presenting it as comedy, but it's a lecture. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, they have like this political message. They're trying to like.
You don't need to have that shit.
Yeah.
Just tell jokes, make fun of conservatives, make fun of liberals, make fun of white people, make fun of black people.
Yeah.
And as long as it's tasteful and it's funny, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'll laugh at it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to just. You can't worry about what people are gonna laugh at. Just do what's funny to you. I think is ultimately.
Yeah, and somebody will pick it. Well, somebody will pick up on it. There's enough people in the world.
Comedy's not supposed to be mean-hearted. Like nobody's here. Like if I'm making fun of like whoever it may be, I'm doing it because I'm trying to make a joke. I'm not trying to like shit on someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And also, I think a lot of things like. I guess if you like relate back to school or like certain jobs, there's the funny guy that was always around.
Yeah.
And how he was funny, a lot of the time I think is they'll use other people in the group at their expense, but not in a creative way. They'll just like shit on you. Like they'll call you names and haha it gets all the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's like it's funny when he's breaking it up, like he'll shit on you and then he'll shit on this guy and this guy. Then it's funny. But you know, a lot of people just target the same people, make the same jokes, and that's like that goes into like bullying.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that's more funny. I think if you can make other people laugh without putting it at someone else's expense on yourself or like into a scenario, I think that's the best.
Absolutely.
Best type of humor.
Yeah, but some people love to do that like crowd work where they're always running off of what somebody else is saying, what somebody else is doing, how they're looking, or themselves. That is a different type of comedy.
It is funny,
and that comedy hits. Like Matt Rife, I don't know if you heard of Matt Rife. That guy is like that guy pretty much sololily does that. Goes to a show, probably has like 5 things written on the page, and then like the rest of it's all just off the crowd. But he does great though.
The people that he's roasting either are hecklers. Or he'll ask you a question,
and then it's dickheads.
Mostly dickheads on his, or like really people that are like, you can't say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. And he's good at it, man. He's really good at it.
And it's a hard skill to do. Like,
absolutely.
You have to be quick.
I don't have it in me. Like I can rip. Like we rip each other all the time. Me and this guy. If I see him in the hallway, walking by, I'll lay into him a little bit. But like in front of people and like coordinated and you know what I mean. Your audience is whoever's there. You don't have like a specific audience. That's tough.
Yeah.
Right. It's tough to do for sure.
No, it is. And some people are just insane at it. They just got the fucking gift of the golden tongue.
And I guess like a lot of it's practice, but yeah, it's definitely natural ability comes into play too. And I think you got it. I think you could pull it off. Just rep it. You're probably gonna flop 50 times. Right?
Yeah.
Just like anybody else would. Just like Matt Rife did. Just like Theo Von did. Just like Chris Rock. They all flopped countless times, and they can tell you that.
Yeah.
But look at what's the end result, right?
Yeah, it's just a matter of keep doing it.
No, that's cool, man.
It's better to have the courage to flop 50 times and hit on 60 than it is to be too scared to even try for one.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And I think that even like when it comes to like your Instagram comedy or my podcast, like the first time you post something, for me anyways, the first time I ever... all my shit's a flop, but the nerves I had even being like, oh man, are people gonna think I'm stupid, or people are gonna laugh?
You can't give a fuck.
Now I couldn't give two shits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I'll post anything, but for a long time, like I would be stressed out after posting something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even coworkers, I didn't know how my coworkers were gonna be like. You have to see these people every single day.
Yeah.
I didn't know how they were gonna react to anything I was doing. Even my small business, like, oh, that's so gay. You're so dumb.
Yeah.
You know the only thing I worry about with certain things is because we had a buddy. He got in shit from his company because he had posted something that was not what they wanted to see their employees be associated with.
Yep.
So then they said, take it down or you're fired.
And I think about that all the time.
And that is something that I don't want to happen. But like, what are you gonna pick?
That's
like,
right.
Are you gonna keep doing the thing that you've just
censor yourself for the big man that you work for 40 hours a week? Like, fuck you. Dude.
Like, hopefully no one ever is put in that situation. But
that isn't right, honestly.
No, you should be able to do whatever you want in your free time as long as you come to work.
Yeah.
Be respectful and presentable, and do your damn job.
If I'm only bad-mouthing our company, sure. If I'm only like, fuck this company. And
of course.
But if I'm just making... it's
just difference of opinion.
Absolutely.
Fuck off.
Yeah, where'd the freedom of speech go?
Yeah, it doesn't exist in Canada anymore.
No, it doesn't.
It's like...
Took that right from out of our feet without us even looking.
I know. We're gonna get it back, boys. Don't worry. We're moving to Texas. One of the two.
Exactly.
Southern Texas.
One of the two. Because, like you said, I don't think anyone here, at least, has a hateful bone in their body.
No.
Like I don't hate anybody except for, like, people that are trying to like keep other guys down. Like if you're like, I want to see everyone just kill it at what they're trying to do. Like when I remember my reaction when I saw your videos, I was like, bro, so much respect. I just like actually finally got respect for you. I had no respect for you, and I'm like, I saw this guy's videos. He's doing something, you know?
Yeah.
I respect the fuck out of someone that's trying to just, what's your dream? Fucking live it. Live your dream. And that for me is more important than anything, man. And
exactly.
People got a problem with it, well, they can fuck off.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, unless your dream is genocide or like slavery or something, you know.
Yes,
but it's just that's not realistic, you know what I mean? So no, I think it's cool to see people doing their thing, man, and like I'll support anybody that's trying to support their shit. Even if I see like on Facebook, I'll see someone started a small business. Yeah. Nobody really ever shares my shit at all. Anytime.
But you'll share theirs?
Oh, I'll share it. I'll like it. Like I know a guy that just started a plumbing business. Good guy, and I know he's a good guy because I worked with him. Anytime I see a post, I'm in so many groups just trying to promote my own shit. Hey, I need a guy to do hydronic heating in my this guy, that guy, that guy. Someone calls me like, hey, I need a job done. I hate doing plumbing jobs, so I'm not gonna do it. Hey, call this guy. He's the best. You know, here's his number. Whatever it takes, man. Like, share the shit out of people's stuff. It's free.
It's free,
The follow is free. The like is free.
Exactly.
It's
and even to collab, a lot of people aren't willing to do that either. And it's like, well, it grows both of our stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my followers see you, and your followers see me. Win-win.
It's a win for everybody, man. Even if this video only gets 100 plays on YouTube, that's 100 people that saw you guys. 100 people that saw me interviewing you guys. And hopefully
and one person that might return next time.
Absolutely, and one person is a lot when you only have single digits or
every,
double digits.
Every follower counts, dude. I'll say it till I hit 5 million. Every follower counts.
Absolutely. No, for sure, man. It's I don't know. It's important to me, anyways. I want to see everyone win, man. I'd love to see you guys blow up, and then I'll just ride your coattails right to the top. Hey, I knew that guy once, man. I knew those guys. Who the fuck are you? Check out my channel, you'll see them. I interviewed them when they were nobodies, you know? You know? It's funny, it's like, that's how, I don't know if you know No Jumper podcast. Adam 22. That's how really he kind of blew up.
You know what? He's gotten, I think, fucked.
He's gotten fucked for sure. Well, it's because he's so famous now, man.
But no, how I saw something. He's like interviewed people to fuck his wife.
Yeah, they have a reality show on OnlyFans.
Or is that what it is? Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but they're
and they have a kid together.
They have a kid and they're married.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys.
It's all for views, though.
It's all for views, but if you they to combine, they've made millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Between her as a porn star and him as an online person, one of the largest hip hop platforms in the world. where do you stop as far as like wanting money? Because for them, their incentive is money.
Yeah.
So somebody had sex with your wife. Now you got a reality show about some people trying to win a chance to have sex with your wife.
Which is fucked.
Which is crazy.
It's totally stripped him of his like what's it called?
I don't
his
know.
Manhood, like
dignity, kind of.
And
people look at him
and he's
differently.
doing that for money, you know. So it's
money.
like, yeah, where's the line?
Where do you
plot twist? They're not even together anymore.
Dude.
They have separate boyfriends, and it's all for the fame.
That could, you know what?
You never know.
You never know.
Actually, yeah, because Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan, that was all fake.
Right.
Like, they were never together.
Dude, I heard that. What was it? It was like fucking. It was a while ago. It was like Tyler the Creator dating Jaden Smith or some bullshit.
Okay.
I feel like it's
all
like,
for views.
All for views. It's always for views. Yeah.
Tyler the Creator dating Jaden Smith.
Something like that.
Yeah, no. He's right.
Was it
right.
that? Yeah.
It was the dude, the kid, the boy.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had this was years back on Twitter.
It was.
They
Yeah. It was
posted
a minute ago.
I thought Tyler the Creator was dating.
This is like 5 years ago.
Frank.
There was a whole thing about how Tyler the Creator was gay. He's not gay.
I know.
Like,
but it worked. The fucking worked.
Oh yeah.
Because like after those first couple mixtapes, he kind of fell off.
And how many more views did he get? Probably because out of nowhere, everybody saying that Tyler the Creator is gay and dating Jaden Smith. Oh, there's another 4 million views. And everybody looking at your page.
Absolutely, and like now you opened yourself up to a whole community that doesn't really listen to hip hop.
Yeah,
for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So you go.
And now you just took their biasness away. You know what I mean? Bam.
Yeah. Which is
extra
good.
Viewers.
Which was good too. Actually, I bet you after so if he came out as gay, whether he is or not. I bet you that community jumped on it. They're like, "Oh, this is pretty good music."
It's an absolute win,
right? And now people are like, "Oh, who else in hip hop do I like as well?" Right?
Because like they're going for fame. They don't care what we think about them. They care what their friends and their family think, and they all know the truth.
Which is crazy.
Everybody else in the world, they don't care what they think. As long as they get the views, then it's helping them get their money. So
I just think at a certain point, like,
genius,
you've made enough money. Haven't you made enough money?
Well, that's why I don't understand how these rappers that are successful are still like ending up they're playing dice and then they get shot.
I know.
And it's like, how are you putting yourself in that situation? Still?
I want money and I want a lot of wealth, but I want it sheerly for being able to travel and just live happily while I'm here. Yeah. I'm not here for long. Life goes quick. You know what I mean? I don't need it for 10 Ferraris in the garage. I don't need it for 7 mansions, one in Hawaii, one in fucking Portugal. I don't need that. Like, just want to be able to travel the world with fun people and just live it up and have a good time.
Absolutely. And I think that's a lot of it is like people that never really had to go and like work weekends and every second weekend or have to go and do some bullshit labor job like we do. You know what I mean? Like when you get that and you're like every week is like, okay, I make decent money, but I'm still not. I'm not saving.
Now you're plateaued. Now you're plateaued,
dude. And not only that, like it's crazy. You ever feel like, holy fuck, the week has just gone by.
Oh man.
And it's like the same. And my life is just like I'm doing the same thing.
I think it feels like that because we work 40 hours for the man and 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. We're looking at the clock going, I can't wait till I get home and out of this fucking stupid building.
Yeah.
And then that makes the time go fast because you're looking forward to getting away from that time. But when you're like, you could probably tell me what you did last time you went to Mexico or on vacation.
Yeah.
Probably tell me what you did that whole week. But tell me what you did 4 weeks ago for dinner on Wednesday. You can't. You know what I mean? Because you don't give a shit. Because it all becomes a blur when you're doing that.
And you know what? I've been unemployed twice in 13 years, right? And it was both times this year. I had 5 weeks off. This before I came to this building. I was unemployed.
Okay.
I had 5 weeks off in the spring, and then in the summer I had 4 weeks off because I got laid off. The most productive I've ever been, the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, best headspace you've been in.
Man.
Yeah.
I got a podcast coming out every week. I got clips. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm putting up posters around town. I'm like canvassing, sending kids. I was killing it. And my days were like, I wake up every day.
They feels long.
It's better. It's so much better.
So much better. Work takes the better half of every day. You know what I mean? It takes the whole nice sunny period of the day. You get to go home and it's like an hour left of sun. But when you're tired, all your energy's been drained. Now you need to shower and eat dinner and everything.
It's the perfect thing. They take people when they're most
they're most ready to work. Most productive.
Ready to go.
Best headspace.
And they use it for their company, and they make money off it.
I'm
and
for
it's
it.
Genius. Like
I get it. That's
somebody's got to do it, right?
That's capitalism, and I'm a big proponent of capitalism.
So am
I just don't want to be a cog anymore.
Yeah,
exactly.
I would like to get out of it myself.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm a pretty good plumber. This guy would probably see otherwise, but I don't want to start a plumbing company either.
Not trying to be a plumber, you know what I mean?
I'm not trying to do plumbing anymore. And all respect to plumbers out there, it can be a tough job. Again, this guy would probably say otherwise, seeing me every day, doing nothing.
You can pay very well too.
Yeah, but it's like I would take a pay cut to do what I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I could. This here actually was never I was never trying to like make it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it was never gonna be like, oh, I want to be a podcaster. I was actually just trying to push my business.
Gotcha.
Because it's impossible to push a cannabis business on the internet.
Yeah.
You can't take out advertising. If you do, it's very vague. No one knows what they're looking at. So my idea was like, all right, well, I did the YouTube content, and I'm gonna say I do reviews on the stuff I sell. The bongs and stuff. You go on YouTube, you can see me reviewing bongs and pipes, and I'll go buy them on my website. Or like we did at the beginning, I plugged my website. Well, if I get enough viewers, enough people, traffic coming to my page, people will buy shit from me. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, this is actually, I love to do this.
Yeah.
This is becoming I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck the business.
Yeah.
Like, if I can make it as a podcaster, which
then
is arguably the most diluted industry in the world is podcasting. Yeah. Everyone and their brother has a podcast.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, they just out of nowhere blew up. Like, I'd say within the last year or two. It doesn't even
necessarily just like a cool presenter.
Yeah.
Just like a guy that like hosts something.
Sure.
You know? Like it doesn't even you can do it without a whole bunch of other things.
But the good thing about podcasts as well is that it's remote and passive.
Absolutely.
So you make a podcast, you can do that from wherever as long as you have your equipment.
Yep.
If you could do that traveling, you could be in Bahamas, you could be in Mexico, you could be in Iceland, wherever you want, and you could be making podcasts as well as doing your vacation or just whatever you want to do. You can do it from wherever.
Yep.
And all the income, all the views is passive after you've done it. You do your podcast for your couple hours and then you go do your thing and all your views and everything is coming in while you're doing whatever you're doing.
Assuming that you were able to get to the point where you can make money.
Right? Which you definitely can. It's possible.
Absolutely
there is potential. Nothing's impossible.
Like I said earlier, the internet is so fucking big.
It's very vast.
You know what I mean? So, I always look at it like this when I start to think like, oh man, this is going nowhere or whatever. I always think like, how many people are doing this? A lot. How many people stick with it?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot.
20% of those people. And then how many people are doing it 5 years later, 2 years later, a year later?
Yeah.
So eventually you get to the point where it's like, I've been more consistent than anybody that I know of or that I come in contact with on the internet. Like I was on a podcast in Toronto, 2021 or something, and these guys I was just doing the business / my YouTube, and I wanted their podcast to talk about my business, and I'm like, they've done a few episodes, they kind of got a thing going, and blah blah blah. They're not even doing it anymore, and they haven't been for now. It seems like 2 years.
Yeah,
and I was thinking,
and that's how you fall off. You go back, you're gonna get a third of the views you used to get.
You just gotta beat everyone that's gonna keep falling off. You just gotta continue to not fall off.
Yeah,
and I think eventually you gotta hit, right.
Yeah,
no,
you hope
do.
You win the marathon.
At the end of the day, you're trying to fight a statistic.
Yeah,
like you're trying to not be that 20% that fails
that never makes it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. So if you can outlast everyone else,
I think I'm on the long game.
That's
it.
I always
you're running the marathon, they're running the race.
That's exactly it. I always think like I'm not exceptionally smart or gifted or talented or funny
but you're committed.
But I'll fucking outwork you.
Yeah.
That's always my thing. Like I'll be able to. I'll sit here and do this every weekend if I'm able to. Every day. Like when I was unemployed, man. I'm every morning I wake up.
Trying to find someone to come on the podcast.
Let's do it.
Or do a review or something like that.
Just do something, right? I figure as long as like you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
You guys are on that path now. You guys are just continually doing it.
Just gotta stay motivated and stay productive and stay on track.
And eventually it's gotta hit, right?
Yeah.
And
eventually
we'll find out. We'll find out where we are in 2 years.
Yeah.
I feel good about next year. I feel really good. I just have to, do what you guys are doing. Just keep posting.
Keep going them out. Keep gunning them out. and keep new videos in the barrel, ready to shoot.
Absolutely.
And I strongly suggest maining YouTube.
I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna take all my clips from TikTok. And I'm gonna slowly upload them.
Because TikTok is mid too. Because if you do pop off, it doesn't, you don't get paid from views. But YouTube, you get paid from views.
Absolutely.
And I think there's more potential in views. There's more viewers on YouTube.
For sure. And to get in the partnership program, you actually have to upload a certain amount of shorts to qualify. So you need to have shorts if you want to get paid anyways.
Yeah.
It's one or the other actually.
Oh no, I don't. Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you either get the watch time or the views.
Oh, see, this is confusing because when I come on studio.
Yeah.
When you're on my studio or whatever, where's that? Oh,
right there.
Yeah, it makes it seem like you have to have both.
And then it says one of the following.
Oh man, I can't read. I can't even read. That was stressing me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what if I do make it?
This is a lot easier now.
There's another one down here where there's a second eligibility reach. So if you reach this eligibility, there's additional benefits.
Just gotta scroll down one more time. Okay.
What's that second one?
That's the original one of.
That's the old style one.
1,000 subscribers. And you get another different benefit. I don't know if you get more money per views or what, but.
Oh, because on this one, you have to do a certain amount of uploads in the 90 days.
Yeah. Right? But it's all the same. So this is 500 and what's that?
3 consistent uploads.
And then 3. So this one is 5 consistent and 1,000 or something like
that. I did not know this.
But you get something different when you reach that eligibility.
I did not notice that. Okay, that's good to know, man. Because I'm nowhere near either of those benchmarks.
And then if you click analytics, you can see your views in real time.
Oh, it's short. Yeah,
in the past 60 minutes, it shows you how many views you've gotten.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I'm always on this page. I'm like waiting for that.
I'm a view fiend. Yeah, I'm like, where's the next view?
Yeah, so that's cool, man. This was a fucking fantastic conversation. Just a lot of insight, man. And I think we should do a little bit of collabing. Like, I'm available. I don't have anybody in my life, so I'm available all the time.
Oh shit!
Right? I definitely think that you should help us with some videos.
I would gladly do.
I definitely think we should fuck it. Let's do a podcast every week or two or something.
I'm down. If you guys are available, man, I'm down. Like, I'm super committed.
Yeah.
And the fact that you guys even showed up today tells me a lot.
Yeah,
so didn't even hesitate.
You know what's good about the podcast too, for us too, because it helps us.
Yep.
Is that it's easy to just have that set in stone, and that's happening.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be that.
You block it an hour and a half.
It's pretty hard to think of the ideas like for the videos and stuff like that. Like we run into writer's block a lot,
sure,
and
that's the hard
it
part.
can be tough. Like the easiest part is doing the recording and editing. Like that is the fun part about it. Is like, okay, we finally found an idea. Now let's record it and then edit it. That's the fun part.
Yep.
The hardest part is just coming up with the idea.
Yeah.
So it can also help having a third person for ideas, insight for an idea. You can add on something that we thought of, like, oh, what if we throw this in there too? That'll be funny. So that could help, and then I don't know, I think an extra head could definitely help for sure.
On my mother's, anybody, I will come through for anything, and I'm down to make content, man. I'm always like, I'm on Bumble. Yeah. For dating, I'm on Bumble Biz. Have you been on Bumble?
Biz.
I've been on.
Yeah.
I've heard
Bumble
of
has 3 sections.
Biz.
Yeah.
Bumble for dating, Bumble BFF, which is for friends.
Yeah.
And then Bumble Biz, which is you're trying to find connections, network. I'm on there like, yo, who wants to be on my podcast? Who wants to help me produce? Who wants to help me film? Who can do graphics? Man, I'm on there like, I'll fucking show you. I'm on there big time. Like, just come through and help me. You know what I mean?
Just swap it from the account from the dating part.
Right? So you got this dude. Okay. You know what I mean? Like it tells you what they do. And there's not again. I've ran out of people in the area, and the amount of people just trying to do content. One guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this guy. Oh, funny enough, podcast producer, photography, whatever. So
where is he though?
He's in. You scroll down. He's in Burlington, which is kind of far, but I don't have any likes because I was on there last night trying to. But yeah, so you know what I mean. I'm just trying to network, boys. So I appreciate it. I appreciate if we can do some shit too. I'm down.
Yeah, for sure.
But you guys want to plug anything with your channel, Instagram?
It's all Raised by Comedy on everything,
At Raised by Comedy, Devin, Roan. Check these guys out. They have some funny fucking videos. I like the one with you got the beer and you're like on an angle and you can see him drinking. Oh. And it's like when your designated driver
just getting drunk, and I'm just like...
And this guy's face is like... That shit's funny, man. You guys got some funny shit. So if you guys want to go check out some funny stuff, obviously, go check him out. Raised by Comedy, hilarious shit. Again, check out the sponsor, brokenglasssupply.ca. Like, comment, subscribe. I never put that at the beginning, and I need to start doing that because people don't make it this far usually, right? Yeah. But until next time, I'm Davey on everything.
I'm Devin.
And I'm Rome.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Woo. Big cheese, no design on my jacket. Work hard, now I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hear that racket. Guys came in, you know how to stack it. Don't take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know he stay 10 toes. Big dog, man, you know I ain't worried. Bent up, so I'm talking real slurry. Got a blast, bro, I'm always in a hurry. Big Drake, shooting dirty like Curry. Take a yerky, ain't know he stay passed up. You don't catch him late night, do you ass up? No, real, how to put the E-class up. They like, X nigga, how you take the fast ride? 2018, it was me and Big